Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler V series V's I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I sure am hungry, and I really hope this is good. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, oh boy, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, though? Happens to be my half gain shirt. Yeah! This is a shirt that was actually done by a friend of mine, a guy named Mark, who watches my videos sometimes. Hello, Mark. Thank you for the awesome shirt. Half Gain is actually the name of a late 90s, early 2000s, very little known nu metal band. I ran into them pretty much just randomly while looking through and trying to find new nu metal bands. Yeah, they never were a big name band, but the lead singer of Half Gain did eventually go on, and he's now the lead singer of the band Dead, which is pretty badass. I actually wore this shirt to a concert of theirs. I was kind of hoping I'd get the opportunity to, kind of be like, but unfortunately, he was busy doing musician stuff and playing an awesome show, so they are a lot of fun, though. For whatever reason you're interested, I could go over there and point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because I think they're fun. But anyway, what am I trying for today, folks? What are we doing here? Why am I hopeful that it's good? Well, I'm always hopeful that it's good. I don't typically want things to be bad, because, for one thing, I like to be a positive person, and on top of that, well, if it's bad, then it sucks for me. So, but I think this will be good, because, well, folks, I decided to go over there and get a new item from, boom, Potbelly, yeah. If you're unfamiliar with Potbelly, it's a sort of upscale kind of sandwich shop, known mostly for like their sub sandwiches, but they also have soups and salads and other things like that. And now they have chili mac. Yay! That makes me so excited. Realistically, this made all the sense in the world because they have chili and they have mac. Both of which I've reviewed, by the way. Oh, and what with the fact that Potbelly is a Illinois established company, this review is going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just Illinois spots. But anyway, let's pop it open. They really filled it to the brim, so good on them. I appreciate that. And if you don't know what chili mac is, it's just take chili and macaroni and fucking put it together. There you go. Okay, let's try to get this without spilling it all over the place. We'll kind of get it like this. It's going to be what it's going to be, folks. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to look like this. And we're just going to go, ah, ha, 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 ha. Let's give it a go. Ooh, that's good. I figured it would be, but that's really good. I like the way that, I'm saying this like I'm surprised, but I like the way that blends together. You're definitely getting a lot more mac than you are chili, but there's a solid core of the mac in the middle of it. So my guess would be they put the mac down first and pour the chili around it. That's really good. Potbelly has some good mac and cheese anyway, and they have some good chili as well. But I don't know, I'm surprised at how nicely this came together. It's been a little bit since I've had their chili. I did review it at one point. But no, it's really flavorful. It's really, really nice. And of course, all you're doing is just taking that and adding super tasty cheesy mac and cheese. So, yeah, that's really nice. One thing I really like about the chili flavor It's kind of a little bit pepper forward. I know that's one of the things, like, you know, they use their own peppers for this, and it's like it's an active part of the process. And I know, peppers can be a little bit divisive for some people. My friend Paul, who watches my videos sometimes, if you do, hi Paul. He's not a big fan on green peppers in chili. I don't know, maybe he likes other ones, but these are definitely red peppers though, and no, it really works nicely. And the thing for me is that, usually when I get chili from like a takeout place or something, they'll ask, do you want cheese and onions on it? And I will typically get it with cheese without the onions. This is going over there and basically just taking that and then adding in, the added benefit of macaroni. If you go over there and you mix it all up, and then it's extra delicious. Yeah, it's really good. That's really good. I mean, because the key thing is that, you have to have a strong foundation of both elements. It's fine to go over there and throw some, mac and cheese and into some chili. But at the end of the day, if you don't have good mac and cheese, you don't have good chili. You're not gonna have a great time. Worst time I ever had with chili mac, I was at a Steak and Shake, and I was there late. It was probably like 1 a.m. And I should have. I went to go over there and make my order, and the girl at the counter is like, "Just to let you know, our chef is presently on his lunch break right now." Just throwing that out there. I should have taken her not so subtle advice, but I ordered some chili mac, and basically what I got was fucking spaghetti with ketchup on it. It was the most ridiculous thing ever. But that's not what this is. This is super duper tasty. The flavor is nitrogen rich. You're not losing any of that nice veg flavor, that peppery flavor from the chili. It's not spicy. Some chilies are, some aren't. This one definitely not. But yeah, it's adding that nice cheesiness to it. And when you go over there and you get, some of the mac, it's just, it's an extra added flavor to it, or an extra added texture to it. And it really kind of gives it a nice little extra burst of creamy cheesiness. I am a fan of this. Go there. But, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Third question, would I get it over the normal chili and the normal mac? Yes, and yeah, actually. Don't get me wrong, there's definitely times when I would just get their normal mac, I would just get their normal chili. But I really like the way that blends. That just hits for me. It's been a while since I've had chili mac in any capacity. And, maybe, not as good as homemade stuff, but Potbelly does a good job, man. Typically I like their stuff. They're a little bit more upscale. And I think that, them, even though at a glance it is just them, again, combining 2 of their items just makes sense. At the end of the day, those 2 items still need to work. And in this case, I think they work exceptionally well because you're still maintaining the flavor of the chili, which is very nice. It's nice and rich. And again, you got that kind of, nice red pepper taste to it. But you're also maintaining, the essence of the mac as well. And that's really tasty and creamy and cheesy. And I think it works really nice. If I'm recommending it, I'm absolutely recommending it. Because, again, if you already enjoy their chili and their mac, it's just taking those things and, for me, I honestly think it's kind of the better than the sum of its parts. This is one of those instances where I think combining the 2 things. And yeah, plus, where the fuck else can you get chili mac? At least in terms of more kind of fast foodish establishments. So I'd say get it while it's around. I don't know if it's going to be a limited time thing or whatever, but it is a new item, and I don't see any reason why they should take it off the menu. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go have yourselves a truly chili mac-tastic rest of your life, because chili mac, yeah, self-explanatory. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. you're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, do you have any late night food horror stories to speak of? Like I was talking about in my Steak and Shake adventure. I haven't had too many in my life. Typically, people on the third shift, they're doing their job. I know from experience, I've worked third shift off and on for many years. So, but every now and again, anyway,